Welcome to the Charlie and Brandon Show. This is probably the second take we had to do. Interruptions. But my friend here is going to talk about issues. Today's issue will be September 11th. Don't know what he's going to say, but hopefully it's going to be about uniting the country. Apparently people are worried about whether our country will ever be united ever again because of certain issues, other issues that complicate things around this time. So I'm going to leave it up to Brennan. No, I should. Or you want to be okay? Yep. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Certain issues they have complicated these times. September 11th has gone and passed, but during said time, what was on people's minds? People were commemorating those who lost their lives in this heinous attack against our country. People have tended to forgotten what caused this. So maybe if they didn't forget, let's be a reminder that terrorists have attacked our homeland. It wasn't America, it wasn't the government. I think people who conspire against their own country should technically be put on a boat. It sinks and let them all freaking drown. The matter is, who dares accuse America of killing themselves? Okay, technically when you accuse the people of committing treason, accuse the government for which you pay taxes and support your behind of blowing up their own buildings and killing their own people like a crazy maniac king would, who's on psychotic meds. Okay, first of all, I could see if it was a king, we had a king and maybe the king was crazy and decided to go completely nuts and kill his own people for no reason whatsoever. But we don't have a king, okay? This is not a king, this is not a monarchy, this is a democracy where people vote people into the office and they supposed to trust the people they put into office, that they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. And to say, I don't trust the people I put in the office, kind of hypocritical. Well, why did you vote for him then? Oh, I didn't vote. You didn't vote. Why didn't you vote? Because I don't trust politicians. That's the common response. I don't trust God. But you think everybody's lying all the time. The matter is, they may have an intention that they want to do these things they claim they stand up there and say they do. But when they get into office, they realize they can't really do it, or certain people are complicating these things. They make compromises, and they do their intentions, just not direct or be watered down or limited. People who say they don't trust politicians don't know what it's like to be a politician. They have their ideas of how to run a Christian country. Then why don't you be a politician and go out there and try to do these things you think is better? If you know about how to run a country, we should get into the business and change the country. So, don't want to do that. No, they don't want to do that. They say, oh, I can't be a politician. Why not? You know how to run a country. What did the politicians do? You know what the money needs to be spent at. You know where something should go and where it shouldn't go. Why can't you be a politician? I don't have the skills for that. You don't have the skills. When you don't have the skills, then why are you talking about wearing money? school, you just leave that to the professionals that you think you should trust who you voted for in office. But anyway, let's talk about unity, people. Sitting, standing, was the flag or the national anthem a perfect position to they're doing a protest? That demands. Let me explain, because Colin Kaepernick's stance actually triggered a lot of questions about our unity. The matter is, do know he's Muslim, right? Which has nothing to do with anything, but nonetheless. Scratch that from the record books. Hey, Tony, scratch that comment from the record book. Oh, okay. Scratch this time. This Colin Kaepernick fella. Let me explain to you. What do you say about this? He don't understand because black people are being oppressed every day. Oppressed. Like, people say, oh, he never said the word oppressed. Yes, he did. He said it specifically in his statement that he said black people are being oppressed every day. Now, if that's not saying a word oppression written all over it, how else are you going to read that? Are you oppressed? Is your neighbor oppressed? Are you able not to work and get a paycheck? No matter if it's little or not. Are you not been able to get a paycheck? You blame the government because you don't have money or the funds. Good job. Whose fault is that? It's the government. They're not telling you where to go work. They didn't tell you not to go get your college education. And besides all of this, besides all of the garbage, all of this doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because God, as I say, God is because God has removed the barrier that kept you from prospering. He removed it. It's gone. It doesn't exist. Fact of the matter is, the only reason why you think it still exists is because you're not following him. It ain't got nothing to do with the government. It ain't got nothing to do with white people. It's because you're not following the word of God. God is bigger than the racism you face. It's bigger than the prejudice you face. Doors not always closed because you're black. God, maybe it's because God closed them. Okay, and said you had to go a different way. And because you gave up because the first door closed, or first 3 doors closed, you gave up. You decided not to continue forward and pray and ask God which door is open, to open the door. You want to sit around and blame white people because you didn't get where you're supposed to get to. These leaders of black leaders, they go and they preach this war-like style preaching. It's chaotic teaching. It doesn't bring peace. It says you should try to live in peace with everyone if necessary, when necessary. Not if necessary, but when necessary. It doesn't say just love. Love carries no list of wrongdoings. That means you don't go around talking about how back 20,000 years ago, white people did this. In the year 1850, white people did that. And in 1965, white people did this, that, and the other. God commands us to forgive. If we're going to look in the past, that are past black lives, we need to take something positive out of it, not the negative. Because look at the past about what white people used to do, and all we think about is the negative stuff. We become bitter. We become bitter people who can't be bothered. Become bitter people that nobody wants to be around. Become bitter about become bitter, and what we do is talk about the time when white people used to take flags out of our hands, which I didn't even know about, but technically speaking, that's new information that I put into topic, which is interesting in fast, but the fact of the matter is, I've watched all the civil rights past movies, every movie known to man about black history. And does it get me mad? Yes. But what someone say gets me mad, it educates me. It's education. It's more educational. It teaches just stuff. What I got out of it is something positive than negative. In fact, I learned a great appreciation for the freedoms I finally was able to receive thanks to some guy named Martin Luther King. Back to the matter is, if it wasn't for his sacrifice, we wouldn't have the freedom we have now that we choose not to live into, but it's what we choose to complain about. We go around with our newfound freedom, we go around shooting up neighborhoods, black neighborhoods, white neighborhoods, and we are like surprised when people are afraid of us. Well, they shouldn't be afraid. Why shouldn't they? You got gang members, Bloods, Crips going around. There's like and they're steadily growing. Every year they're growing. To unspeakable numbers, ridiculous numbers. Trying to be hard, trying to belong, and the only way to belong is to shoot somebody, commit crimes, murder somebody. You gotta murder somebody, you gotta rob and steal from the people who work for what they got. And you say we are oppressed. We say we are oppressed because of the brutality of police officers shooting us up. Well, I got one thing to say about that. This ain't the 1960s. Yes, I would believe that if it was the 1960s when they actually were oppressing us with sticking their dogs on us, spraying us with fire hoses, even shooting us for no very reason, just to shoot us for no. It was a sad era then. But that stuff's not really happening. Now it's not into people being attacked, people who did something stupid. And then the police go a little bit too far with it, and it ends up going way too far. Then they get away with it. Why? Because policy protects them, obviously. Because they see all the evidence. They see what we do not see every day. They see stuff that the news media does not get to see. The news media doesn't know all of the facts. The news people don't see all of the facts. They report what they can only get their hands on. And that is a problem with what we do when we judge the conclusion based on what the media tells us. Because the media doesn't even know all the answers. They don't have all the answers. They never had all the answers. They only have a bits and pieces of what's going on. So that when the cops get off, they were surprised that they got off because, well, the media said this, and the media said us that, and the media reported this. But then, all the while, there's what the court already knows. What the court knows is more than what the media knows at the time. And then they don't get to go in the courtroom and hear all this evidence, so they don't know what's going on and why they were acquitted. There was no evidence. Apparently there was no law permitting, or there's no law in place or policy in place that said they had to secure the president and the man. Yeah, we're talking about the Freddie case. It doesn't matter by the end of the day what actually ended up happening. Nope. It was a tragedy. Probably had racial bias behind it. But I think the reason why it really fell apart isn't because they don't care about black people. I think because God saw what happened. God saw the response and said, I don't like the response of how these people acted like idiots. Since they want to burn down their own freaking place, since they want to destroy their own property, since they want to act like idiots, I'm gonna let these people off the hook. You've been rewarded your justice. You got your justice when you decide to burn down your job supply, when you decide to riot, when you decide to attack innocent people who weren't involved, when you decide to get angry and do stupid crap. You got your justice. Like, you didn't wait for the bigger sins to be handed down. You started acting crazy. They got arrested. That wasn't enough. They got fired. That wasn't enough. What is enough? Then you got these people, black guys, decided to go shoot 5 officers in Texas who had nothing to do with the second shooting. In Louisiana, he didn't go to Louisiana, no. He didn't go to Louisiana and shoot people, no. He had to go to Dallas, Texas, which was improving its policy taking, and decided to go shoot some people. Did that make any sense? Where in the world did that make any sense? What was the Black Lives response to this? Well, I don't necessarily agree with what happened, but it's still a problem though. We don't necessarily condone this type of behavior, but it's still an issue. We're still struggling as black people. Yeah, that's their ridiculous response. Yeah, their ridiculous response to that. Okay. Yeah, that haphazard, insincere, unbelievable response to that. Okay. 5 innocent white people, police officers get shot. Oh, they barely shed a tear. Yeah, believable. These supposed to be Christian people, right? These same people supposed to be with their hands on the Bible every day. They read the Bible every day. They go in that pulpit and they preach the word of God. And they claim to be followers of the light. And God said, I find no pleasure in the perishing of evil, of the wicked. Now, if they claim these, unless you're trying to call these officers wicked, and even if it still wouldn't make any sense for you not to be sad for their deaths. You're like, oh well, it's not what we don't approve of this, but we still had an issue. We didn't ask whether it was an issue or not. We just saying that you do. What's your stance on what happened? I don't know. Let me think. I don't condone it. I don't approve it. And then you got these instances where these people going around assaulting officers. And what do? They don't do nothing. They let them do this stuff, and they wonder why. Just spraying us with pepper spray for some reason. People get on my nerves. People don't unite. People, they divide, and this is the problem. The difference is sitting right here in front of our faces. In the 60s, when they protested, none of this crap was happening. Now, yes, there might be one person who might have jumped off the freaking guardrail. That caused the trouble for all of it. But Martin Luther King makes sure to make it known that he wasn't tolerating any ruckus in his protest. There were going to be peaceful protests. It wasn't going to be no craziness going on, no people attacking police officers, nobody doing stupid crap to make life worse for them. Method worked. Even the method worked. It was successful. Now, what about these so-called peaceful protests? No, nothing's going on. Nobody's accountable for their wilding out behavior. Nobody's accounted for going in, they sneaking a gun in the midst of their protest and shoot people. Other than the cops having to deal with them. Man, that was an extreme way of dealing with them, blowing them up. That's funny, but that is like wartime kind of thing. You're gonna go. Well, technically, it might as well be war if you decide to do that. I mean, technically, you're going to war with the police. You're not gonna win that battle. What did he expect to happen? Did he think he was going to actually kill every police officer? I mean, they're not all bad and not all racist. Okay, first of all, there's a few bad apples, yes, but then not all of them are corrupt and evil and wicked. Especially when you need help, they're coming to your front door. But that's enough of my rants for today, for this episode. Oh yeah, and make sure you know that if whatever you do, whether it's standing up for a national anthem or sitting down for a national anthem, whether it's going on a hunger strike because some issue you didn't like, answer this question: are you uniting the packs or are you dividing the packs? For a kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. It shall not stand, lest it be destroying itself from within, slowly. See, that's what happened in America. They're slowly killing itself. The people are against itself. The government is against itself. Everybody's against each other. The rich against the poor against the rich, the impoverished against the middle class. Fact of the matter is, everybody's against themselves because they think, oh, the other one's fault for me being in the situation I'm in, instead of I'm in fault in the situation I'm in. That is the end of my rant. No one to welcome back Charles Silver. He's going to end this session. Hey folks, I'm back. Did you enjoy his little talk? I'm sure it was interesting, intriguing, and you just let us know down there in the comments and subscribe to us, the Charles and Brandon Show, and be sure to stay tuned for more of these talks as they come up. I'm not sure what we're going to do next, but we usually wing it. I'll keep that. Thank you, goodbye.